We've bought a lot of cheap selfie sticks, and you probably have too, but we found a selfie stick that's under $30 and is pretty awesome. And so we're gonna show you why we think it might be the ultimate selfie stick, so stay tuned.
So Chris and I have both been on vacation recently, and we needed selfie sticks. And the one that my wife and I brought with us on our trip was crappy, broke, and we ended up buying one. And we found these street merchants that were selling the super cheap little made in China selfie sticks like this one. You know, you've probably seen these before. They're the antenna style. They're not the most rugged. There's a lot of slop. And what we actually found is that this part of it, the little trigger, stopped working after a while. So then we finally got so tired of them breaking that we went to the Apple store in Madrid and we got this. And this was $80, which we would have never bought if we were at home. And this one was actually pretty good. It has a Bluetooth remote, which works pretty well. It extends to about that length. The problem with this one is that when it's all folded up, it's still pretty big and it doesn't have the best reach. So Chris, what did you come up with?
Well, I have this selfie stick that I bought. It's called a Young Ting, and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like this one.
It has good reach. It's really strong. I mean, it's aluminum and it's really strong. It's light. This served me well on my little recent trip, and I ended up mounting a GoPro on the end of it, and it worked well. But the amount of times I had to unclip, extend, put it back down, move the angle of the GoPro, I was doing it, 50 times a day, and it got old after a while. And so when I came back, I went on the hunt for kind of the ultimate selfie stick for my needs. So what I came up with, one of the things that I really wanted was
You're gonna hold us in suspense, huh?
I wanted a selfie stick that went down pretty short, even shorter than this if possible, and had a built-in tripod. I didn't want to have to carry a separate tripod, which I could screw in here if I wanted, but that's two things. And these little Manfrottos are heavy, so I wanted something that was like an all-in-one that could be short and all that kind of good stuff. So I found this, and I believe that this Benro is what it's called. It's called the Smart Mini Tripod. Benro, let's go. Show you.
It's Benro, let's go.
Let's go.
Exclamation mark.
Okay.
It's important.
Yeah, so the most important feature was a tripod that was part of the selfie stick. That's the first thing. Number two is I wanted a shorter footprint so that I could almost put it in my pocket. So guess what? This thing extends without any clips, and it retracts that quick. It's not bad in terms of sturdiness. And the best part of all, look at this. It's got a little tripod with a ball head, and it comes with mounts for both GoPro and one of these little things for your smartphone. And it can accommodate big smartphones as well. For my GoPro, which is my primary device, my idea was I bought one of these little smart remotes, and I'm hoping that I can somehow attach it to one of the legs. I haven't tried that yet, but that's the idea. Worst case, I'll put it on my wrist. Yeah, this thing comes with Bluetooth remote, on-off switch, a ball head, a tripod. Now, time will tell if it holds up, but I am super excited to take it out on my next trip.
So if you have a smartphone or a GoPro, it'll cover both those cases, right? A lot of these won't. And the reason why the tripod aspect is so important is because you're gonna use it as a selfie stick, of course. You're gonna be able to take really good photos with your whole family in it. But there might also be times when you wanna just set it up. And what I did, Chris, is I actually took the smartphone part off, and it has a 1/4-20 thread. I actually put my Sony A7 on there, and it'll hold that up pretty well. Maybe not a full extension, it might get a little bit flimsy.
Now, as much as I love this little spring-loaded thing for your smartphone, it works well, I've tried it. I actually like this third-party one. It's about 10 or 15 bucks by Manfrotto. And what's cool about it is it's got like a little thing where you can kind of put it at an angle if you just want to set it on the table. So I'm gonna use this to kind of demonstrate. That's the great thing about having a 1/4-20, you can put anything you want on there, as long as it's not super heavy. I will say this, I feel comfortable putting my phone on the end of it, but the GoPro, I feel really comfortable, mainly because the GoPro is ruggedized. It's made to take hits and bumps, but it's also not as wide, so it's just in the wind or whatever, it's just a little more compact, and I never felt uncomfortable with this on any selfie stick really, but this especially I think is gonna be great.
And what my wife and I did in Spain is everywhere we went, we took a 360 video So
Oh,
we'd go
nice.
to the top of a castle or wherever we'd end up, and we would do a little 360 video. And for that, the trigger wasn't as important. But for taking photos, it is pretty important. And the Bluetooth is probably a better option because now you can kind of take it away. You can put it on the tripod and take photos.
You know what? We're gonna do you guys a big solid. We're gonna go ahead and try to connect this thing and see how it works. Let's see how it works. So we're gonna turn it on. I've not read the instructions, but apparently the instructions are in Chinese, so it wouldn't matter anyway. That's the truth. That's everyone's big complaint. Okay, so it's flashing blue. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's flashing blue. On my phone, I don't think that's Mi Photo. There we go.
Okay.
So Mi Photo is connected.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna take a little, we're gonna do a real demo. So should we do it this way or should we do it this way? Let's do it this way. Okay, guys, let's just do ourselves a selfie. Go for it.
Look at that.
Yeah, I took a photo. Let's do a video.
Sure.
Boom.
So, okay, we're gonna switch over to this now. So there are times that you really can't get your G85 or your 4K camera out. And for those times, if you have your iPhone or your smartphone with you and you can take a video, that might make the difference between having some pretty cool footage you can put into a video together.
Selfie sticks aren't for kids anymore.
That's right. They could really help you with your GoPro or your phone to get that footage that you wouldn't be able to capture without it. And let's be honest, the best camera in the world is the one you have in your pocket. And if that's all you have, why not use it?
Okay.
Looks pretty good. And I'm gonna stop it now. It works.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
So here are the complaints about the Bluetooth remote.
I bet you it's about turning it on and off, right?
No, the two complaints I saw about the Bluetooth remote are this. Instructions in Chinese. I'm sorry, but I just turned it on and I paired it. I don't know, maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but.
So now let's say you put it in sleep mode, right?
Okay.
And then now you wake it up again and you're back. Let's see if it'll still work.
Okay.
It does.
There we go.
Okay, so
Okay,
that's working
so
too.
that I think is a non-issue for me. And they do include a little charge cable. That's kind of the downside, is if this thing runs out of batteries, you're done. There's no replaceable. But you know what I would say? Buy two of these things, take an extra remote, charge them both up, and guess what? Throw it in your pocket or your purse. You're in good shape and you've got a backup.
So would you recommend they buy a third-party holder?
So I like this Manfrotto for like $10 or $12. It's a little more solid. It's not the best one out there, but let's try this one. This one is weird. It has like a little mirror on the back, which I just can't imagine that being useful in framing. I think that's the idea. But I guess they want you to have your phone like this. But anyway, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it this way. It's not bad. It's actually, it does the job. So you don't need to buy this Manfrotto, but I think the Manfrotto's made a little better and I would trust it a little more. The rubber on this is a little grippier and the spring is stronger.
Right.
By the way, these cheap ones, the springs on these do not make me feel confident putting my $800 smartphone out over the water, you know?
Right.
So we've got, this is probably a good 18 inches. This is probably about 16. This is probably about 12.
Yeah.
Something like that. Let's see the difference this way. So that's how compact this guy is, with the tripod built in and a ball head and a smart remote. If this thing holds up, this could be the best selfie stick / tripod ever made.
Do they come in different colors, by the way?
They do. They come in red, blue, and I think white and black maybe. I just went with blue because it was actually the cheapest. They vary by like $1 or $2 depending on the color. But $26, $27 US. Love it.
What about full extension? So like full extension, look at that. That was the longest, by the way, when it folded up.
Yeah, look at
the
that.
shortest now.
These things, by far, the one that's the shortest when collapsed is the longest when extended. Okay, so in conclusion, let's tell you why we think the Benro is probably the ultimate selfie stick. From my perspective, it has a tripod built in. It collapses down to about 12 inches. It extends to probably around 3 feet. Has a ball head built in, has a Bluetooth remote that's rechargeable that clips into the handle, has mounts for smartphone and for GoPro, and is $27 US, give or take.
So before you take your next vacation, do the research and pick up one of these before you go. Otherwise, you'll be surrounded by really cheap, inferior products at much higher prices when you get there. So last, we want to see what you guys have done. So question of the day is, if you guys have taken a vacation, share some of your footage, either video or photo, wherever they might be, in the comments below. We'd love to see it all.
And if you have any hacks that might make the selfie stick experience better for other people's next vacation, let us know in the comments. If you click those Amazon links that we have down below, it really does help us out. So we just wanted to take the time to thank you for doing that. You know, subscribe if you want to get more videos like this. And, you know, give us comments and thumbs up. We really appreciate it.
I'm Chris. You're Ricky.
I'm Ricky.
What?
Just
No,
kidding. No,
sorry, no.
sorry. I'm
What?
Chris.
Right.
You're Ricky.
I'm Ricky.
And we're 2-Bit Da Vinci. And remember, they're just photons.
We'll catch you guys next time.